Hi, and welcome back to the Soda Pop Podcast. My name is Kiya Williams, and today I'm here with some very special guests. Can I get a hi, everybody?
Hi.
Today I am joined with the Norton's crew. They are the people who make us be seen, not only in the black box and are heard as well, and make sure that we look awesome, but in Norton Auditorium as well, hence Norton's crew. Can we go through and just get like a quick little name introduction?
Yeah. My name is Ethan Franks. I'm the technical director of Norton Auditorium.
My name is Thomas Butler. I'm the assistant technical director.
Hi, I'm Lily. I'm just a student worker.
Hi, I'm Ella. I'm also a student worker.
So before we get started talking about all of them, we're going to do our fresh squeeze. I have not drinking every commercial lemonade that there is. We're doing old time Caribbean blends of mango lemonade. Ethan may or may not have drunken his already. Cheers to everybody else.
Cheers.
How's your lemonade?
That's not
Ella?
bad.
I like it. It's fruity.
I don't like the aftertaste.
Kind of gives like peace tea vibes.
Same.
a
I don't
little
like the aftertaste.
It does give peach tea vibes.
Yeah, I would go.
I
would
get
go with
way
peach tea.
more like peach out of this than
Than
mango.
mango. Yeah, it's giving like a tea almost instead of a lemonade.
Ella, what'd you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ella's sadly allergic to mango and lemons, and no one told me this beforehand. So I feel so bad. I'm so sorry.
Okay. I forgive you.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what are we rating this today?
I would go a solid 6.
Yeah.
I think I agree.
If you really like the mango lemonade from Publix, like I do, you're going to be disappointed with this.
Oh.
However,
Sad.
this is good. It's just not, Publix lemonade good, so I'm going to have to give it a 4 out of 10.
Wow.
I think I'm going to go down to a 5, actually.
Wow.
The aftertaste is bringing it down.
Yeah, the aftertaste
I will
is like...
say, it does not blend well with a Reese's
Double
peanut
wrapped
butter
Reese's.
cup.
It's,
So,
I couldn't tell you I'm allergic to peanut butter, but it's just not hitting compared to that one. And since I had that as a mango lemonade, nothing tops it, babes. I'm sorry. What music have you guys been listening to go on our Fresh Squeeze playlist? It's 8:30 in the morning, people, forgive me.
In the last couple of weeks, I've been listening to a lot of Ethel Cain, Phoebe Bridgers. Also, recently, I've been doing a project on Tupac, so I've been listening to a lot of 90s rap to
Tupac.
Yep.
Lily?
Well, I listen to a lot of country and a lot of songs on repeat, so I'm probably not going to be very much helpful with this soda pop
No,
playlist.
it's fine. Just tell us what music you've been listening to.
I've also been I guess hitting with the oldies like Ella has. I listen to a lot of different genres because of what I do. So
It's
it's
just what's
just a
been
mix.
what's been on your Spotify recently?
let's see, shall we?
All right, well, while Lily's looking that up, this morning I was listening to the Curious George soundtrack by Jack Johnson.
That's fair. That's a good soundtrack.
I knew
It's
Thomas
very-
was going to hit this out
It's
of
the
the
most
park.
Thomas thing I've ever heard.
It's very calming, and he most of the songs are happy, but then there's one or two sad ones that can hit you in the feels. So it covers across the board.
Lily, are you ready?
Yeah, so apparently it's a lot of, I don't know if anybody, I don't know, everybody knows these people. So it's a lot of Morgan Wallen and Hardy, and then I have Miley Cyrus, and yeah, I guess that's about it. I don't want to go into the others.
Basic.
Because they're all just they're literally all random.
You don't understand how chaotic my music playlist is, babe. I promise you're good.
I listen to, okay, so this is weird. I listen anywhere from movie soundtracks to Thomas will recommend things, or I'll listen to what he's playing at work, and I'll go
That's dangerous.
and look up stuff, to musicals, to K-pop, to country. It's
A
everywhere.
month or two ago, we were banging Sweeney Todd all week.
Oh no, sweetie
All
Todd's so good.
week.
Ethan?
I've been in a musical theater kind of mindset lately. We just bought tickets to see Jesus Christ Superstar in March, so I've been familiarizing myself with that soundtrack a little more. But outside of that world, I've been listening to some Alan Stone. He's pretty good. Brown Eyed Lover.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good song. I saw him on some game show on TV and thought he was really good.
Ethan's real answer is that he's been listening to the Spotify DJ for the past month.
I have been using Spotify DJ a lot,
Yeah.
I've used it.
but mine's pretty chaotic.
Mine is too, and like it'll start a vibe. Instead of continuing it, it will go to the wrong one, and then I
Yeah.
get so upset.
I would agree with that. But I have a lot of I do a lot of wedding DJing sometimes, and so a lot of my Spotify playlists are really. I use Spotify for gigs and events. It's not really my personal
Yeah,
playlist. I use Apple Music for that most of the time.
weirdo.
So my Spotify DJ is a lot of love songs, but also jazz, and then country. And it's just really weird.
Don't forget all of your sound check playlists that just randomly pop up to
I
you.
do have a lot of sound check songs to check PA systems with.
Those songs are pretty good, though.
Yeah.
They are. Some of them pretty good, and some of them are like, why would you ever use this? But
This week, I forgot that I have an audition tomorrow, and I literally just signed up for it yesterday.
woot.
And I'm not ready for it. It's a musical audition. I don't want to do it.
Spelling bee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't sing, so I've just been listening to a whole bunch of musical theater songs, hoping to find one I can sing. We have not been successful, but it's been a lot of Disney songs, and I've not been in a
Nice.
Disney mood, so it's not been helpful.
I'm always in a Disney mood.
Typically I am, but right now, I don't know what it is in the weather. I don't want to hear princesses think
That's
about their
'cause the
problems.
weather's crap.
That's fair.
It's so inconsistent.
We
So
have bigger
instead, you should
problems.
listen to high schoolers and put on High School Musical.
Thomas is all about some High School Musical.
I love High School
is so
Musical
good.
2 is so good.
It has the best music.
It's big theater for
This
Thomas.
is this
Yeah.
is how I feel about High School Musical really fast. Okay, High School Musical 1 is trash. Okay, it's just
Whoa.
kind of there.
Whoa.
No, it's just there to introduce you to all the
Hot
characters.
take.
That's
High School Musical
Too
3
hot.
has the best music.
Whoa.
High School
Whoa.
Musical 2
You
has
heard
the
it here
best
first,
plot.
guys. You heard it here first, because nobody else thinks that.
No one else can think that, but no, production-wise, it has the best music, and High School
Well-
Musical 2 has the best plot.
3 was the only one to be released theatrically. So that makes
Yeah,
sense.
so I'm saying technically it has the best music, but 2 has the best plot. You can fight with me if you want to, but I'm correct.
Interesting.
You
I'm
can
gonna have to
think that.
rewatch now. I'll
I've
come
never
back
seen
and let
You
you know.
can. 3, oh my, I remember watching 3. It just has the best production. So, because it's the big,
I will
it's
say,
flashy.
I don't know that I ever watched 3.
I haven't.
I remember.
I stopped
it
at
was
2
so
and I was
good.
like, it can't get better than this.
I don't think I remember.
The plot for 3 is not that good, but the music is really good. Like, literally, I got my little cousin stuck on it, and all of his parents hated me because I was just listening to it over and over again. He was like, boys are back, boys are back.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good. Now that we've done our fresh squeeze for the day, let's talk about all of you wonderful people in this room.
That's dangerous.
What? Okay, so all of these people worked at Norton Crew at some point before you became the technical director, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us why all of you are working at Norton today.
I started working at Norton my freshman year because I came into entertainment industry and I had been doing lights and things in high school and I wanted to keep doing that. So I just walked up to Ethan one day and I was like, hey, can I do lights and can you teach me how to do things here? And he was like, sure.
Really, what
So-
happened is Ella was enamored with my light show at SOTA.
All right, that's a little
Enamored.
far.
So much that she sought me out during SOAR to ask if we could hire her. And I was like, yeah, I'll think about it,
No, you were like, please work here. We need people to work here. So I signed up. And I've been here ever since.
So I also started working here my freshman year, but like my second semester. I actually was a business major before I switched over to being a part of the CAT, tech and design team. But I think like I volunteered for Amanda Perry's costume department when she was a part of Little Women, and then I talked to her about like all my experience from high school, and she was like, "Hey, you need to talk to Ethan if you want a job," because I didn't have a job at the time. And so I walked up to Ethan and I was like, "Hey, so here's all my experience. I was told you guys are possibly hiring. What do I do?" So yeah, I absolutely love like anything theater wise. I love being involved. I also just love the work that we do. I don't know. I absolutely love the hustle that we have. And yeah, sometimes it can be a little rough, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun and entertaining to see what shows we're going to do next and be a part of it.
Okay, so I was a film major here at UNA as a student. And I had actually been trying to get involved with like the tech side of theater the whole time I was here, but I never talked to the right person, I guess. I was told to talk to the theater professor at the time, but he actually never helped me do anything. And then eventually, as a junior, I applied to Norton as a student worker, and this was right after 2020. So they had just remodeled the whole thing, and I think they were down to like one student employee at the time. And so they were just like, yeah, you're hired, because I had a little bit of soundboard experience working with my dad at my church. And I very quickly learned all the ropes because they had just finished the remodel, and so we had to like rehang all the lights and everything, and it was like hell week for like 5 weeks. But honestly, that was probably the best way for me to come in because I learned everything very quickly, and then from that point on, I just knew how to do stuff. And then when I graduated, the technical director at the time left UNA, and Ethan stepped up to be the technical director. And so it just worked out timing-wise for me to step in and become the assistant technical director. And I've been here ever since.
Well, I've been here for a little while now. Next year will be my 10th year working in Norton.
Whoa.
I know, kind of weird, isn't it? I started working here as a student employee way back in the day of Alice Gross was the technical director then. She worked here for 30 years as the TD. Still have lunch with her every now and again. She's a great resource. Things were a lot different back then. The black box had just been built. It was fresh. Yeah. The year I was actually a music student here at UNA. I have a degree in instrumental music. Yeah. The year I graduated, not Alice, but the technical director that had replaced Alice got fired. And Kayla was the assistant technical director at the time, Kayla Manzalillo. Kayla stepped into the technical director role, and then I applied and got the ATD role, and then Thomas just told you the rest of the story. So, yeah, we do a lot of stuff. I like the job. It's different every day for the most part. That's what I like about it. It's not monotonous. There's always a new challenge, a new problem to work out. We're making big strides to start bringing in some really cool shows. Very interested in bringing in some Broadway tour stuff. This year alone, we've started bringing in more national artists from the music scene. We've got Lee Greenwood coming in next month, which is pretty. If you don't know who that is, you're not proud to be an American, and shame on you. But we've just added the Oak Ridge Boys on their farewell tour in March, and Lloyd Morgan in April, and Linda Eder in January. She's a Broadway star. We have Conway Twitty and Loretta Lynn's grandchildren coming in January to do a tribute to their grandparents. So lots of cool things coming down the pipe as we expand our abilities here in Norton and expand our social reach, I guess, if you will. Yeah.
Okay, question, because I know Thomas said like he worked with his dad to get into, the technical side beforehand. Did y'all, like, you mentioned it, but like what made you interested in working on the technical aspect?
Well, I started when I was a freshman in high school on accident. My dad runs a auditorium in my hometown, and I went to work one day to help him out and ended up doing lights, sitting down with the manual at the board. And then I just kept that job for 5 years. So I ended up doing that. I started there. I realized I really liked doing it, and I wanted to keep doing it. And so that's actually one of the reasons I'm here at this university is for that opportunity in this job.
So I think freshman year of high school, I was still a marching band kid. And so, like, it was hard to juggle wanting to do theater and with that because my band director at the time was very much, like, band only.
Band or nothing.
Yeah, and it was kind of toxic, but we won't talk about that. We did Narnia. It was, I don't know if it was Narnia Junior or a full-on Narnia, but I think it was full-on Narnia. Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. My favorite, like one of my top tier favorite movies. And they needed ushers, and I needed volunteer hours. So I volunteered, and the next, I come to rehearsals just to watch because it was open. And the theater teacher was actually my advisor. And so I asked her, hey, how do I get into this? And she started signing me up for classes. I actually started becoming like her go-to sound person for anything, any of the ballets that we put on, anytime our auditorium was in use, basically, I was on speed dial. Hey, can you work the board? Hey, can you do lights? Can you be backstage? Like, I need you be here. I'm pretty convinced she had me on speed dial the amount of times that I've been called. But, yeah, I just started from there, and then I kept going, and I kept every playbill, and I had a binder that I can't find anymore that was pretty big and massive from all the stuff that I worked. And then I came here, and I was like, I need a break for a little bit. And then I didn't get a break because I fell back in love with it, and I was like, yep, I got to do this. This is 100% what I want to do for the rest of my life. Exactly like Ethan said, I love how every time I walk in, something's different. We're doing something different. Even if we were working on it like the day before, today it's going to be like something.
It's a variety.
Yeah, so it's amazing, and I absolutely love the challenge.
I mean, fairly similar, I guess. When I was
A young boy.
my brother and I decided that we wanted to start a band. We were also in band in high school. We wanted to start like a rock band, right? I have a twin.
First clarinet rock band.
That's right, clarinet rock band. I have a twin brother.
What is with all the twins on this campus? I'm sorry. I know like 7 twins
don't hate us
just
'cause
from
you hate
UNA.
us, you know what I'm
I'm
saying?
not mad at it. I have so many
Sounded
twins
pretty
in my
mad, Kyle,
family.
That's all I'm saying. You know.
I just never have met this many twins close together.
Something in the water here in North Alabama.
It has to be.
So we decided to start a band. My grandfather was a touring Southern gospel singer. They just stopped touring at the time, and so he gave us his portable PA system, and we learned how to use it. And that's kind of, same as Thomas. It was a lot of church work for a long time, and I didn't do it the first few years I was in college. But then there was an opening on the Norton crew, and your boy needed some money.
That's
And
fair.
So that's actually, I didn't do any kind of theater in high school. All my theater comes from right here, and community work that I do now. So
That is so cool. No, I was just curious because like everyone has a different journey. Like I used to work for the tech department at my church, but I didn't stick with it, as we very clearly can tell. I like being on stage and not behind it because I like attention.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I know, but it's just I find it interesting why people get started in it from church or like wanting to start a band and just different things of that nature. One of my questions for you now is, what event has been your favorite to work on so far?
ooh, that's a hard one.
Because y'all do like 7 billion.
I actually hate
things.
them all. I'm just kidding.
Well, this may sound like a left field pick, but I actually really enjoy doing the dance recitals that we have. They're really fun. Most of them are really fun to design lights for. And then on top of that, I've learned through working them that I kind of enjoy stage managing, because it makes you the boss of them, even though it's their event. And then it's also pretty fun to watch like the 2-year-old kids try to dance on stage.
Oh no, that's hilarious. That is hilarious.
I just recently, we did Battle of the Bands, and I had a lot of fun with Battle of the Bands. I got to play around with the lights a little bit, and I really like how it turned out. And I had a lot of fun doing it, and watching a lot of my classmates who were in the bands was a lot of fun, and getting to work with them was a fun thing to do because we were both like in our elements outside the classroom. So.
I guess, okay, I'm going to, choose a cop-out answer. Any of the events that my mom texts me and goes, oh my God, you're working that? So, I don't know. I don't think it was my first year being here. It might have been. But when we did Michael Bolton, I told my mom, I was like, hey, yeah, he's coming in and he's going to perform on the stage that I work and walk on every single day. And she freaked out. And I just, I don't know, sometimes I can't believe, I just think, oh, it's just another event. Let's keep rocking, let's keep rolling. And then my mom's like, wait, no, you're working do you know how huge he is? And I'm like, yeah, but like, if I get in that mentality of, oh my gosh, it's a celebrity, then I don't want to freak him out, you know?
Get starstruck.
Or freak myself out. Like, I don't know. It's really hard to pick. We do so many.
No, that's fair.
I think I'm going to give what's going to sound like a really political answer here,
Okay.
but it's not going to be one event. I just enjoy any event where I get to see my students enjoy themselves and what they get to do. It's
Very
like a
political.
little proud dad moment, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I see you. You're
I see
enjoying
how happy
this,
you're
you know what
doing
I
right
mean?
now.
It's nice to see a bunch of hard work pay off. And that's really every event we do, whether it's an event in Norton where it's our 6 employees, just, hey, we busted our tails to get this event going. And now we get to see all these people enjoy it, or theater shows, like Ernest right now, Jill's set is coming to life, and I can tell she's really starting to enjoy that. I don't know. It's nice to see the look on students' face when everything starts to be realized that, like, oh, we did that, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The fruits of your labor.
But the right answer is step C. No, I'm just kidding.
When it comes to like designing lights or like making sounds. Wait,
Lily
Lily
makes a lot of
brought
sounds.
in a water. What is a water phone?
It's a water harp.
A water harp.
And the sound that she's referencing, I don't say that I'm Abby said this once, but I don't say it.
Abby's one of the directors here at UNA.
Yeah, Abby was the one that directed Concord Floral, and I was the sound designer for it. And the water harp was used to make the ghost noise for when 10, was that Tori's number?
Yes.
When Bobby would walk on stage or appear in the light, that would be like her little ghost effect, I guess. And I don't know, Ethan taught me how to record it, and I had fun playing around backstage Norton, just making sure, everything.
But like, do you like gain an eye for that, or an ear for like eyes for like the lighting and how to make it look a certain way, and an ear for certain sounds that would sound better or different?
I mean, it's definitely a learning process. Like, you can think it's going to look one way in your head, and then you get it out on the stage, and it's like, well, that didn't look as good as I thought it would. Or you'll pull something up, and you'll be really confident about it, and then Ethan will come up behind you and be like, hey, that looks like crap. Try again.
Don't do that.
But no, it's just a learning process. I mean, you obviously get better at it with time. You're not going to come out of the gate really good at what you do, because this kind of thing, it just takes a lot of practice and time and a willingness to learn about it.
I think there's also a part of it where it's like, I mean, as sound or lighting designer, really, it's your taste. There's not a right or wrong answer. It's what you think looks good. But sometimes a voice of experience may come along and say, hey, I see what you were trying to do, and you should try this instead, or this might be more of the effect you were looking for. And most of the time they're right.
Well, that's one thing I like about this job, because, I mean, as a student employee, you're surrounded by people who have been doing this longer than you. And so that's what makes it a really good experience, because you'll have people around you that will tell you, hey, you can do better than this, and you can learn from those people. And so that's really what makes you better.
Okay, I was just curious because like I know I just looking at things. I'm like, if lights are on, I'm good, to be honest. People can see me. You know,
you don't want to sound good either.
I do want to sound good, but honestly,
Kyle
I can
sounds
yell enough loud enough.
Yeah.
That's just the honest truth. That's right.
But to answer your question, Kiya, it really is like exactly what Ethan said. It's personal taste, but you also gotta remember that like we have like for the black box, for example, we have 8 speakers. And sometimes what sounds good on your laptop does not sound good in those 8 speakers.
There's actually 12 speakers, but
Oh, excuse me, sorry.
You forgot 4. When it comes to like designing a set, is there a certain, like, I know you got super excited when it came to Concord Floral recently because he was the set designer. What all does it like take to like make things come alive?
Lots of curse words. No, I'm just kidding. That's a good question. I don't know. Honestly, Conquer 4 was my first set design.
Really?
Yeah, it's my first one. Jill and I are going to tackle the spelling bee, I think, together. But yeah, that was my first one.
That was really good for a first design. I'm not gonna lie. He was very proud. He was like a proud mom the whole time, trying to get pictures of it at every single angle.
Obviously, I had a working idea of what this is going to take, but I was just reading the show a lot, I sat with Abby a lot, figure out, hey, what kind of spaces do we need? How much of it do we need? There was a lot of space in that show.
No, there
was a big floor. But I enjoyed it. I very much enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
Are there any things that are challenging to build when building sets? I know Abby has a tendency of love for platforms. What's your least favorite thing to build?
Circles.
Right now it's rolling walls.
Rolling walls.
Yeah,
rolling walls and circles.
Hey, we've noticed at Norton that everything comes in seasons. So last semester we did Defying Gravity. The set was all circles. We also did an opera, or musical, I'm sorry. It was a musical scenes show for the opera department. Also circles. This year, rotating walls for Ernest. The opera also has rotating walls.
Are we sure this isn't coordinated at this point?
It's not coordinated, I promise. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of freaky.
Something's in the water.
Yeah, something's in the water. Next year we'll be flying people, I'm sure, in every show. I mean,
we had flying books in 2 out of 3 of Abby's shows.
Yeah. I don't know. I think, there's obviously challenges with every set just based on space limitations and resource, sometimes we just don't have the budget for that, We can't realize the whole dream there.
Yeah, I'll say probably the quality that I would say makes a really good scenic designer is being able to adapt when things don't go your way, because it's very easy to visualize things in your head. Everything's going to be perfect, but honestly, probably nothing's going to turn out the way that you want it to. So if you're not able to adapt, then I think that's the most important part of the job.
Okay, then. We're going to come down to the end of the episode, and we're going to do a fizzle down feel good. What is one good thing that's happened to you this week, or the past 7 days, or upcoming 7 days?
What is today?
Today is Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. Well, I don't mean to brag. I'm going to start us off here, but I won a Golden Dave last night.
Last night we had the very first ever SOTA show off, our talent show, and Ethan came and killed it. I'm not going to lie.
That's right.
Him and Sandy were just a perfect duo. So he won a coveted Golden Dave,
It's currently sitting on the light board.
Yeah, it's going to be my light board pal now.
Ooh.
Probably just sleeping on the couch on Saturday.
That made you
in the
feel
middle
good.
of the
No,
day, yeah.
that's good. A good couch nap beats anything, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I got to referee at a robotics competition on Saturday, so that was a lot of fun for me. I mean, it was a lot of work, but I really enjoy it.
That's good.
My mom came up for Saturday's game, so I got to see her.
Oh, that's
Saturday was a
sweet.
big day for
Hi,
us.
Mom.
I would say mine would have to be the show off. Everyone came. Everybody loved it. We had a really.
That was a good turnout.
It was a really big turnout. I was really surprised, and it made me really happy.
was good.
We had 3 people drop out, so it was nervous, but people still came and showed y'all so much love. So that's one good thing that happened to me. This
Yeah, it
week.
was a really good crowd.
Yeah. I want to thank you all. I don't feel like y'all get enough appreciation. So thank you for
We don't.
thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and talk with me and letting people know, some people behind Norton, and say hi. Because I was like, Ethan's coming. And they're like, who's Ethan? The person who makes you be seen on stage. Don't forget it.
This might be the last time. We got State Theater Festival coming up. Trumbauer.
Don't remind me.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
it's going to be fun.
It's going to be real fun. Super exciting, Is there anything that you would like to talk about before we go? Any last words, regards, anything you would like to plug, any projects you're working on?
I would like to thank you for the mango lemonade.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah, and for having us on.
Oh, one more thing. For anyone who's thinking about joining Norton's crew in the future, what advice would you give them?
I mean, it's a fun job. If you enjoy this kind of thing, you'll like it. It's a lot of hard work, but we have a lot of fun together sometimes. So we definitely need.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. We would like to have more people on the crew. So you should come sign up, hang out with us.
Come talk to Ethan.
Yeah.
No experience required.
I would say have an open mind, no matter what. Like, don't come in here, confident. Like, I mean, and think that you got this all in the bag, because anytime I do that in a split second, it's, hey, that's not exactly what we want. So, like, you got to have an open mind, and you have to be open to criticism and taking it. And, everything's great and all and good, but, you just got to make peace.
Thomas?
You probably don't want me to say what I think our crew needs. I guess the most important thing would be that you just need to be able to listen at all times, especially in the middle of an event. Because if we need something to happen on stage and you're off stage not listening, then it looks bad on us.
Yeah, Lily.
Whoa.
Ethan, as technical director, what advice would you give people?
Oh, man. I thought I was getting out of this one. I'm sorry.
You're the number one person who would know.
I don't know. I'm here to have a good time. We're putting on some fun events. I like to make events fun. I try to make the job as fun as it can be. There are times we have to crack down and all right, we're working. We have to get this done,
I would recommend having Band-Aids on you.
Yeah.
Band-Aids.
Yeah.
Have Band-Aids.
And tweezers, and just have a whole med kit. Just do it.
There's a lot of splinters. Tweezers and Band-Aids are very helpful.
So you got to have the ability. In band, we used to call it, you have to have the ability to flip the switch. Yeah, so we're backstage, we're hanging out, we're having a good time, buddy, yeah. But when we're doing an event, I'm not your friend, I'm your boss. We got to get this done, and I want it done well, because I know we can do it well. And sometimes you can't control what's happening. Sometimes people go off script on stage, and you got to be ready to adapt. So adaptability, switch flipping, listening,
A Band-Aid.
a Band-Aid.
All the fun things.
Maybe Band-Aid is arguably the most important.
Band-Aid might be number one.
We have Band-Aid holders here. I was supposed to get y'all goodie bags, but I'm going to give those to you tomorrow because it's too early in the morning. Thank you for joining us on this early morning edition of Soda Pop Podcast. I hope you enjoy this on your drive there.
I think I changed my vote to 4, by the way.
The more you drink it, the less desirable it becomes. I'm not going to lie. But thank you so much for joining us on this early morning edition of the Soda Pop Podcast. I appreciate all of you coming, and I appreciate all of you for listening or watching this on YouTube. Until then, you will probably see the Norton crew backstage, and I will see you.
Actually, you probably won't see us.
They'll be in all black.
We are ninjas.
But you will hopefully hear or see me in the next episode.
Roar
Bye.
Lions.